Again, delayed reaction. I used to be on the ball with video game news, Nintendo news. I've been kind of slacking, not slacking because I've been working on these kind of things. So I've drawn my attention away from video games. However, Zelda can never evade me. Now this is different. This one's different from Mario because I knew they were making this Zelda title called Breath of the Wild. But they just released their most recent trailer. And I say just released, but it was like probably a week ago by now or more. But this is this guy. They're stepping this guy's game up now too, Link. So, first of all, visually stunning. I should probably backtrack and say something here. Video games in my mind should be video games. Like, I like the really good graphics. I like the, the realism to a certain extent. But I really appreciate Nintendo's making it feel like if these games existed, if they had these kind of capacities in the 1980s, then this is how they would look in the 1980s. Like that's how in my mind I'm looking at it. Visually, the art style, the design is whatever it was back then, whatever they had in their mind. Now, because they're capable of this processing power, it's still cartoony, let's say, but it's like what a video game in my mind should be. That doesn't mean I don't like realism in video games and all that, but if that's your only selling feature, then anyway. Visually, this game, it's not this game per se, but this guy, his next game, looks stunning. It's Zelda Breath of the Wild. Theories, it's pretty obvious, but I'm not 100% sure. It is going to be on the line of the Wind Waker. It seems like that's the one that the storyline is following. To non-Zelda fans, don't even try to understand what I'm talking about. There's all kinds of storylines. It looks like it's following the Wind Waker storyline because of a few things. There's dialogue now. That's another thing. I don't know how I feel about that, first of all. Dialogue in Zelda was always text, maybe with a little soundbite of a character's like noise, like a reaction or a laugh or something, but it was always text. I don't mind not having to read all the nonsense, per se, but it's just like, I hope that the voice acting does the game justice. It may or may not, I don't know yet. That being said, the reason I feel like it's a sequel or a down the lines of the Wind Waker is the references they make in the game. I believe you hear the King of Red Lions' voice. I could be wrong. In my mind, it sounds like it's the King of Red Lions, but he's not in that form anymore. He may be a tree. I don't know. But I feel like it's like now the world, the ocean's gone, and now the life flourished, and Ganon is back again. Great. Now, here's what I'm weary of. Okay, so visually it's stunning. The gameplay looks great. Looks more interactive, but in a good way. I'll get to that in a second. And the story seems like it's going to be pretty good. Problems that I'm hesitant about giving this total praise. Problems. They have this massive map, which is a good thing. I just hope that it's actually going to get utilized. Because in the Wind Waker, you have this massive map and an ocean, and you're just like on a boat, King of Red Lions. Let's get to the next one. Even on the remake, you get the speed sail or the swift sail, whatever, and the reboot, the HD remake. Fine. But I don't want it to be like I'm riding on Epona the horse or whatever for like, not that I'm going to play this game anytime soon. But I don't want it to be like that. Like you're just, ooh, wow, look at the trees, look at the mountains, but you can't actually do anything with that, right? That's number one problem. Number two problem, I don't want it to be gimmicky. I don't know how this. I don't know anything about the Switch, to be honest with you. My problem with the last major Zelda title, Skyward Sword, although it was good in certain respects, it was all gimmicky with the Wii remote controls. All gimmicks. Like, it was so frustrating to get through that game, and not in a good way. It was very frustrating because it slowed the game down in my mind. Because it's like, I don't care about throwing bombs into a basket for the sake of progressing the storyline. I don't care about rolling bombs on the floor and the perfect arc. It's not a puzzle for me. It's not a puzzle. And then when I'm fighting, it's like, you're relying on technology that's bad sensors. Anyway, I hope that they don't go into all that. I really hope that you can play the game as the game and you play it, right? Not as like, oh, let's stop, let's do this stuff, right? I hope they got rid of that. Again, I may be ignorant. I don't know much about the Switch. Maybe I should look into it. But yeah. So, it looks promising. But I will keep my hopes at a medium for now. Visually, it amazed me. The story, from what it's going to seem to be, is going to be the typical story. Great. Doesn't matter. I didn't see too much about the dungeons. The bosses look cool. The ones that they kind of showed. I don't know if they're going to be bosses. But I did see a lack of interacting with characters. Again, they can't show so much in one trailer, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, that's all I have to say on that. Zelda Breath of the Wild, I hope it's good. Probably won't get it anytime soon again, because I'm trying to make this kind of stuff, and I don't want to get distracted. So, let's keep growing together. Good job, Nintendo, again, on putting your efforts onto something. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.